8 students, 4 teachers. There was one journalist, research journalist teacher, there was a social geographer, an architect, and an urban designer as a teacher. And we did a week of field research, visiting and bedding in the life of Pigtown, which actually was great. Normally, as a studio, you jump in the site and you just have a look, and then you go back. But because Baltimore was pretty far away, it was worth staying a little bit longer. And the students, even the 6th day, they went an extra trip to Pigtown again, because they had to check this and check that and speak to somebody there. So it was really a kind of in-deep experience of what's going on over there. And this is our group. Of course, we went to the brewery. That's what students like. And there we got to know people, also gathering people, and we did a lot of walks, a lot of talks, and students were also obliged to do interviews with some target groups, and they had to prepare who they want to reach to. And this guy did a food desert research, and we never saw such a cheese ball bucket before in our life. For us, really. This is just north of the B&O museum, where you have the shopping mall. This is the supermarket, where you actually almost cannot buy any decent food. That's not true. There are some good vegetables in this one, but the Dollar General from Pigtown, there's almost no decent food to get. And even students dared to do night explorations. And we did, of course, the polite explorations. And we visited the municipality. I think you were there. I had a good talk about how the city looks at the development. We visited the Washington Boulevard community group, and we did a kind of pre-flight of this day on MSU. So, because the students did a lot of work in the field, and I was a little bit tired of Pigtown after a few days. I also went to the museum, the Baltimore Museum of Art. And this struck me. This was the day after your lecture. This was really a striking piece of art, I think, about the fundamental lack of equality in this country, which is a job application form. Those questions that maybe, you cannot fill in when you're black, actually. So it's neutral in this art states that it definitely discriminates. So I saw also a lot of signals everywhere in the city of what's going on here. And we took that all together back home to Rotterdam. And after a lot of discussions with the students, we stole a quote of somebody living in Belgium, the city of Ghent. This was a lady. I think she was poor, she was jobless, but she was proud about her neighborhood. And she said, the quality of my neighborhood is that it's good to live here when you're poor. And students embrace actually this slogan as a kind of definition of what a just city can be. Not everybody can be rich. Not everybody can be well educated and high educated. But everybody deserves a good life and a good city. So, this good city to be poor was then the question, what does it exist about? And the students had the freedom to define their own targets. And we started with 9, we came with 8 in Baltimore, and after a few weeks we only had 6 left, or 7? 6. So it was a really heavy studio, and for the students it was also a life-changing studio, because they didn't expect so many different worlds to enter. But they said, one student said, to have a home, that's the first basic needs. Then another, they never need a job. And I said, yeah, but not just a job, I want to develop talents. They need to have healthy food, you have to be connected, and you have to meet other worlds. These were the 6 definitions by students, which I think altogether are pretty nice buckets of main ingredients of a just city. And I want to show the posters are downstairs, but I want to show you some designs because that's what the idea to do today. And I prepared it yesterday, and I was surprised actually how spot on the designs are. You see them after half a year back. I was really surprised how spot on they are. And the good thing even is that there are also students here that failed, but still that project is very relevant. So the first guy said, yeah, to have a home, that's the first need. And he was really fascinated about the stoop. You see the two above, that's the positive image of the stoop. Community feel, urban feel, get to know each other, the networks. And he was really surprised how negative the stoop is nowadays. No loitering, no hanging on my stoop. Even the latest redevelopments in Pigtown are stoopless. So we are proud about new dwellings, but they ignore the quality of the stoop. So this student designed a huge integration center for homeless, not to catch them from the street, not to give them a home, but to bridge the in-between phase. We found out that nobody bridges the in-between. So the basic needs to give homeless food are there, and there are maybe houses available, but in between the process to get rent for, he missed the city. So he designed a kind of building with a huge stoop, being very positive about the qualities about it, where all the kind of levels of integration in the society get place. And it's a very generous one. So this is one straight in front of the brewery on the corner of Washington Boulevard and Cross Street? Cross, yeah. So it's almost the same kind of spot as Fine Light Baltimore has in Rotterdam. So the second student said, yeah, you can have a home, but you also have a job. You need a job. And it's just here around the corner. The student went into Marty's place and he found out that you need to pee. And that was the only place where you could find a bathroom. But when he walked in Marty's place, it's very narrow, pretty unwelcoming place, so to say. But Marty was very welcome and said, hey, how are you doing? And he got to talk with Marty. And found out that this guy, Marty, is not only an entrepreneur, but there is also somebody that is a kind of social negotiator in the neighborhoods. And he discussed with them the possibilities of maybe being a kind of front entrance of a job center. So that you don't have these classic job centers where you don't dare to enter if you don't have a job because it's so, you feel ashamed. But that you actually, by doing a grocery shop in Marty's, and Marty asked Marty, hey, you know that you work? And then you slowly veer towards the back where you meet people working here, for example, over jobs. I like that project very much. In the design, it's not that interesting. Then there was Hardeman who said it's about talents. And he found the building of Birch & Co., which was a steel industry, I think, somewhere in the back. At Carroll Street. It's empty now, abandoned. And he said, I would like to make a kind of tool bank. He was inspired by the chairs we're sitting on, some tool bank chairs. Maybe it's not only a tool bank, but it's also a craft training center. So he developed actually a refurbishment of the existing building, make a new passage that connects 2 streets, where you really have a kind of skill exchange, a workshop where the local industry from Pigtown is connected again with the local neighborhoods of Pigtown. And then this one comes very close to the presentation of we saw this morning about food gardens. This guy met people who were running the food gardens in Pigtown, and this was the desperate crowd. So you have done a lot of good physical interventions, but you see it's not running. It's not addressing and coming to the right people. She said, I have the feeling we are not reaching the right people. We do it for ourselves and not for the neighborhoods. So the students took this quote as kind of guiding principle and really investigated and spoke to the whole network of churches, schools, and actually all the existing agricultural plots in the whole area, and said, well, actually everything is there already. We only need to connect it. Connect networks and make a place where they all come together. And he said, we have a kind of commercial cluster. We should develop in Pigtown also a social cluster in Washington Boulevard and Carroll Street. There's a primary school, there's a church. This is his food hub. So connect all the social networks on one spot. And again, he found an empty building as well. A very nice building, actually a little bit elevated. And he designed a complete refurbishment of the building, where the whole life cycle of food is nurtured. So there's a place for storage, there's a place for education, there's a place for meeting. You can buy food yourself and sell it yourself. And there is a place to eat the food. And what I liked very much about this project is that it also makes a kind of new proud food storage hub where it becomes a kind of new icon for the area, but not a high-end architectural icon. We are really looking for a kind of cheap, circular, easy to build yourself, do-it-yourself hub, so also the people from the neighborhood can build it themselves. So really investigate the techniques of how can we make a kind of storage of food and a local food shop with the arts and crafts of the area themselves. And then I think the two most relevant for today, the first one is to get connected by Tijmen. He said we have to destigmatize the bus. And he saw these bus stops, and this is an empty waste bin. That's a lucky shot, because often they are full, or they are not there anymore, but a waste bin and a pole. That's public transport. And he said, I know public transport from all the Hollywood movies, where you are jobless, you kicked out your relation, you kicked out your house, then the next shot is you're sitting in a bus. And that's the American way. When you're successful, you have a Chevrolet, and you drive with your girlfriend into the West. So he said, these should, the transportation is good, the buses actually are pretty good. Frequency is not correct yet, but the buses are good. But the places where you wait are horrible. You feel ashamed to stand there. And he said, based on a Harvard study, that the road out of poverty is paved with better transportation. And said, well, Washington Boulevard actually is an incredible access that connects the whole neighborhood with the rest of the city. The bus drives there already, has bus stops. So it's an incredible opportunity to celebrate. And he designed a kind of new joint between empty corner shops, refurbished them with, financed also with a kind of system of the bus company he thought about, that the local entrepreneur together with the bus company can refurbish a corner shop and make a bus stop shop out of it. And that's a kind of strategy you can put everywhere in the city. And it was a very simple one he designed, a prefab one, multiple corner stops, he said, with a kind of clever design, a decent spot to wait, dry, and the shop owner stands and supervises it, so you have really social interaction. And it doesn't matter what happens in the back. It can be a bar, it can be an art center, it can be a storage space, doesn't matter. But that's the business that makes the shop running. And in the end he designed a kind of very nice place to wait, which you need in Baltimore because you don't trust the timetables of the bus. So you look, and then the waiting time can be used as a time to enjoy, to meet people, and maybe to visit something that actually learning from airports where they were able to commercialize the waiting time in tax-free shopping. He introduced a kind of commercializing the social time by waiting. And he has a brilliant master plan for Baltimore in the end, where you have a complete new reframing of the whole network of buses and cities and neighborhoods with these bus stops. And the last one is to meet other worlds. And that's the one that says, yeah, streets like MLK have a lot of amenities that are very important for the city. We found out that whole MLK is a kind of pharmacy strip. Everybody does his pharmacy shopping. And he says, these programs are neutral and used by everybody. So why don't we see them as social hotspots? And he found this hotspot on the corner of Washington Boulevard and MLK with the Dollar General, but especially a dry cleaner, I think a 7-Eleven, another shop over there, where he found out that all the classes come in and out and meet each other. There's a lot of activity. The only thing is it looks horrible. So what he tried to design is not a nice new square, but use the vernacular of a car run space to redesign it into a kind of meeting spot. Traffic makes people meet, they leave the cars, introducing new playgrounds, introducing new architecture to make really a kind of almost Vegas-like hotspot on the corner of Pigtown. And he freaked completely on the graphics, but he made a beautiful impression how this can be a proud place, celebrating Pigtown, although it's still a very simple petrol station, supermarket, and 7-Eleven together. And by introducing skate grounds, basketball areas, and a bridge over the MLK, he introduced a kind of new hotspot which connects Pigtown with all the worlds around. And actually, that's what we see already now. So this was done a year ago, I think. The power of addressing Pigtown on the MLK is such an important one that we should take it into account, I think, as a first step to get Pigtown connected with the rest of Baltimore. And that's it. Thank you.